Hi students, and welcome to week 5 in your online lifespan growth and development class. After last week, which was week 4, of course, you are now officially a quarter of a way through the class. So time is going by and you are doing a great job, so keep up the good work. This week, we are moving into early childhood. So we spent the last 2 weeks in infancy, and now we're moving to early childhood, which is roughly 2 to 6 years old. So let's take a look at your module for the week. So you have your PowerPoint slides. You have your first hands-on Piaget conservation of liquids experiment. I'll come back and talk about that in a little bit. You have your concept clip, which is a connected assignment over Piaget's pre-operational stage, which this assignment will help you understand this one even better. And then you have your quiz over this chapter. So let's look at what I'm asking for you to do in this Piaget. So as you'll learn in this chapter, Piaget is a cognitive psychologist looking at the cognitive development, primarily focused on early childhood, but his theory does range a little bit broader into adolescence. And so just kind of some background here, but basically your task is to work with a child who is about 2 to 6 years old. If they're 7, I'll allow for it, but anything older than 7, you're getting too old. And anything younger, it's going to be really hard to replicate this experiment. So this is his most famous experiment. And once you have a child that you've identified between ideally 2 to 6 years old, and this can be done through FaceTime, through Zoom, in person. You're not touching the child. You're not, you can do this remotely. What you're going to do is these steps here. So I've kind of written it out for you. I've also included a video that will show you an example of exactly how this experiment is being done. So basically, in a nutshell, you're going to pour water into a couple different containers and ask the child which one has more water in it. And that's it. So after you do that, you are going to make sure that you give me the child's age. You're going to record exactly what you asked the child, so transcribe that out, and then tell me exactly how the child answers, okay? So those 3 bits of information. And then question number 4 is, after running the experiment, do you think the child is in the stage of pre-operational thought, and what draws you to this conclusion? So you're going to learn about pre-operational thought. In your chapter, you have that assignment about it. So read about it, make sure you understand pre-operational thought before you do this, and then run this very quick, easy, just pouring water experiment with the child. Now, I'm not looking for length here. I really am just asking you to answer these 4 questions and show me that you can A, replicate a famous study, and B, that you have a comprehension of what pre-operational thought is. But you don't have to write all this out. So if you get permission from the primary caregiver of the child, please feel free to video it. You can actually video the whole thing and then, record your answer on this pre-operational thought if you choose to, so you don't actually even type anything out. You just submit a video. With permission, you can take still photos to just kind of enhance your information and then type out the answers. That's obviously okay to do, or you can type the whole thing out. Maybe the parent doesn't feel comfortable sharing images of the child, which I completely understand and appreciate, so it's not a requirement, but just do what works best for you. Have fun with this, be creative. Again, don't worry about length. It really is just about making sure that these 4 questions are answered. If for some reason you do not have a child that you can ask this question to, let me know as soon as possible. So please reach out to me, and please don't do that last minute on Sunday right before it's due, because I'm not going to be able to help you much at that point. But reach out to me early on as you realize you may not have, it can be a neighbor, it can be your sibling, it can be your cousin, it can be your niece or nephew, it can be your own child, it can be a neighbor's kid, it can be a kid at where you work. I mean, be creative. Again, it literally takes like 2 minutes to do this. So watch the video, understand what you're needing to do. If you don't have a child you can use for this experiment, please reach out to me soon. All right. This plus your Connect assignments and your quiz for the week. Have a wonderful week, everybody.